初你为什么选择进入甜品行业？
我们进入甜品行业其实已经很久了，当然第一方面也是擅长跟热爱，第二方面也是因为我们当时是引入了日系低糖甜点进入长沙这一个崭新的市场。
要选择长沙市中心作为店铺的位置，那这个比较高的租金对你的成本、定价和经营决策带来哪些具体影响呢？
首先，我们虽然定在长沙市中心，但是我们是在小街区里面，所以它本身的定价是我们当时是没有特别高，所以我们定死在一个区间里面。超过这个区间，我们就是不会去考虑了。我们在预先是有成本框架的，这个是刚好是在我们成本框架之内。其次呢，因为我觉得在做这种小众店的时候，还是要跟着大家一起走。就比如说客户会从这个店到另外一个店，就会一起给打卡的，所以我们就一定会选在大家都集中可定的一个地方。
好，那请问你可以简单介绍一下目前的商业模式吗？主要是堂食还是外卖？以及你们的产品结构。
我们现在也主要是以堂食为主，没有开外卖。外卖的话，只是因为我们的线上的私域下单订生日蛋糕。那么我们的客单价呢，就是大概美式加拿铁，咖啡是在30左右，气泡水都是在28左右，但是蛋糕的切块在40左右，然后整体的蛋糕68寸都是在288跟268左右。那么我们的产品结构现在就是咖啡加甜点这个比较大的一个品类。其次，我们现在还加了一些手作，包括因为我们现在在当地的名气，包括在旅游城市的名气也算是比较大，所以我们也有自制的香薰蜡烛、自制的杯垫、自制的手工艺品的一些，包括宠物的衣服，包括布袋子之类的一些周边。所以我们的产品结构，包括我们的品牌结构都是比较丰满的。现在
创业以来，你遇到过最困难的一段时期是什么？
那这个就很多了。第一个，我们2021年刚刚营业第一个月，其实在我们的流水还是比较健康，也是比较满意的。但第二个月就遇到了疫情，所以疫情关店、疫情闭店，对我们也是非常困难的一段时期。因为你知道，新店是有红利期的，而且我们店是由当地比较知名的设计师设计开发的，所以大家都会冲这个名头来。但是你如果 cover 疫情的话，对我们来讲是一个比较致命打击。但是我们也开放了一些外卖，就是我们自己去送，也开放了一些包括蛋糕、生日蛋糕，所以我们也是通过以前的一些手段，包括小红书的运营，来尽力的度过了这段时间。
一个当时看起来合理，但结果并不理想的决定呢？
嗯，对，这个也很好讲，因为我们当时觉得我们这个品牌在当地的影响力已经很足，所以我们决定开另外一家店，就是我们的餐厅。当时我们也是取了餐厅加精酿酒馆的一个模式。餐厅做的是无挂历，就是融合料理，比较偏日系加中式湘菜，包括中日结合，包括还有意面。但是这个模式呢，确实是非常的不理想，因为在长沙这个地方没有因地制宜，也没有考虑到当地人的一些消费习惯，所以这个项目确实到现在为止是比较失败的。那么失败的原因，也就是因为我们没有因地制宜的去考虑当地人消费习惯，以及去过度夸大了自己的品牌影响力。其实还是要去尊重自己的客户人群，然后从人群出发，去制定自己的商业模式。
请问你觉得目前历史时期最脆弱、最有风险的地方在哪里？
嗯，我觉得现在也是遇到了一个很大的瓶颈，就是确实刚刚我也提到了一个客户的疲倦期，这是我们现在非常紧迫的要去解决的一个问题。但是由于我本人也没有太有 business 的一个考虑，就是我们还是想要细水长流，想做一个像日式的一些嗯工匠精神的一个点，所以我现在还没有特别的方式去应对这个风险。但这确实也是一个很脆弱的地方，就它会很直接的去导致你客单价变低。所以我们现在 对于这个方面，我们也在寻求其他的帮助。
Before doing this interview, my understanding of entrepreneurship in the food industry was very limited. I just cared about whether our brand felt creative or interesting enough, but I didn't really understand how a physical store survives in real conditions over time. After talking with the founder of Chestnut 17, I realized that many assumptions I took before were actually not solid. During the interview, the founder rarely talked about ideal future plans. Instead, he kept coming back to very concrete issues, such as costs and energy limit. It made me realize that in real business situations, the decisions are often not about choosing the best option. They are about choosing an option that is still feasible under strong constraints. For example, location is not about maximum exposure, but about staying within a clear cost range. The product line is also not about offering more, but about matching the team's size and ability. These topics are rarely treated as main issues in classroom projects, but in fact, they directly determine whether a business can continue operating or not. The point that affected me the most was when we talked about the failed restaurant project. At that time, the team believed that since the dessert brand had been successful, expanding into a restaurant was a reasonable step. However, the results were disappointing and the project stayed unprofitable for a long time. It made me clearly realize that even experienced entrepreneurs can overestimate their own judgment and underestimate market complexity. It also made me reflect on the Fitfield project. We also moved forward with business model design because it seemed logical, but even though many key assumptions had not been validated yet. Before this interview, I tended to see failure merely as an outcome, but through this example, I realized that what really matters is how entrepreneurs respond. When the restaurant project kept consuming resources, the team decided to stop instead of continuing to invest. It was indeed a failure, but it was a necessary correction as well. It helped me understand that knowing when to stop is also an important business capability. This interview did not make me more confident in any specific business model. Instead, it made me much more cautious about validation. Only by talking to a real entrepreneur did I realize that many issues simplified in classroom projects cannot be avoided in real life. Through this interview, I also became more aware of the key challenges Chestnut 17 currently faces. For example, the dessert industry strongly depends on continuous project renewal, and customer fatigue can appear very quickly. And the business can also rely heavily on the founder's personal involvement, which is an advantage now but may become a constraint in the long run. In addition, the failed restaurant expansion shows that brand strength in one category cannot be easily transferred to another. All of this made me reflect again on my own role in the Fitfield project. This interview helped me understand why, in entrepreneurship learning, facing real constraints and uncertainty is often more important than building a model that simplified looks correct. The entrepreneurship is not about constantly proving that your idea is right, but about continuously testing which assumptions are not. Overall, this interview was a very meaningful learning experience for me. It helped me move away from a purely theoretical way of thinking and look more carefully at how business actually operates in real conditions. I'm grateful for the opportunity to talk with a real entrepreneur and reflect honestly on with their experience and my own mistakes in previous projects. It made me more aware of my limits, but also more confident about how I want to approach entrepreneurship learning in the future, with more validation and more respect for reality.